most important things to do to make a date successful, for women. In love, are you a Buddhism-loving lover or an active pursuit? No matter who it is inevitable to panic and at a loss when facing love. No matter who it is, there is a desire to pursue true love and happiness, but in love, if you have been waiting foolishly for fate to come, you will make yourself miss the opportunity unknowingly. In the first date, details make the difference. The impression of each other on the first date often determines whether the two parties are willing to continue to interact with each other in the future. In addition to the appearance of attention, many details may also be hidden in places that will be missed if they are not paying attention. Many people would suggest that women don't rush to respond positively when they meet for the first time. It's only attractive to show a high posture. This is a super-ing behavior when facing the person you like. It is not a bad thing to remain reserved, but if you show an excessively high posture, it will make people misunderstand whether you have no good feelings for him or not. On the first date, both men and women want to leave good memories, and hope that there will be other opportunities to go further next time. There are many details that need to be paid attention to in topics, behaviors, and conversations, except for the rashness. In addition to being yourself, a little bit of caution is the only way to get yourself into the heart of the other person. Don't always say, "It's okay," be a woman with thoughts. Many people have a bad habit. When they need to make any decision, they always like to answer, "It's all right," maybe to express their easygoing and kindness, but when the other party wants you to provide ideas and opinions, your easygoing is it may be a great deduction. On the first date, it's nothing more than discussing where to meet, where to eat, which movie or exhibition to watch together, and so on. If you just respond ignorantly, it's okay, leave it to the other party to decide. The other party mistakenly thought that you were not interested in this date meeting. Points are deducted before they meet, and it is difficult to pull up the impression scores when they meet. In addition to discussing the meeting place, if you choose to have a date in a restaurant, you can also decide your meal together, understand each other's dietary preferences. It is not a bad thing to let the other person know their likes and dislikes at the right time. It can also make the other person feel that you are not a woman who follows the trend and has no opinion. Appropriate dressing only, no excessive makeup. The first date often makes people lose their sense and know what to do because they are nervous and worried about their poor performance. When meeting with each other for the first time, remember a scheming trick: appropriate dress and makeup. If you choose to be in a restaurant with a foreign atmosphere, you can dress up to be mature and charming, and show your gentleness. If the two decide to go outing together in the suburbs, you can use light makeup that is not excessive and match clothes suitable for the event. The other person sees the most natural self. If you are watching movies or other indoor exhibitions together, light makeup is the most appropriate. Appropriate dressing and non-excessive makeup are the most lovely. If you are outing in the suburbs, but you wear high heels and one-piece dress to attend the appointment that day, it will inevitably make people feel a little subtle, and the heart will also secretly deduct points. Every woman hopes to be the most beautiful in front of each other, but beauty does not depend on makeup. Appropriate dressing can make oneself appear more natural. That kind of beauty is more memorable. Don't look at your mobile phone when you are talking. The common problem of modern people is to rely on mobile phones too much. Many people are always unable to quit using mobile phones and busy replying to messages when they eat face-to-face with others, go outing in the suburbs, or enjoy nature. Now that the two have decided to meet for the first time, it means that they both have a good impression of each other and hope that there can be further contacts. If the atmosphere is right, but the atmosphere is destroyed because of the purpose of replying to other people's messages and browsing social media updates, but you will let yourself go home with regrets. The relationship between people is established through dialogue. Only through conversation can we understand each other's personality and preferences. If you finally meet for the first time, the other person only sees you constantly sliding your phone, you will inevitably be caught by the other person. Misunderstanding: in fact, you are not interested in this meeting at all. Look into each other's eyes. Looking directly at your eyes is the most important detail. When you look directly at the other person's eyes, you can let him feel your feelings and feelings for him. The avoidance of the eyes will not only make the atmosphere awkward, but also make the topic difficult to continue. Behave naturally and generously. Look into the eyes of the other person. Let him see your sincerity and the expectation in your eyes, and it will be more lovable. If you cringe and respond in a hesitating manner, it won't make you feel introverted and shy, but it will make people misunderstand that you are not sincere enough. When looking directly into the eyes of the other person, the expression of the eyes is also important. In addition to letting the other person feel your goodwill towards him, let him see your tenderness and enthusiasm. When the other person is talking, the eye contact can also be the other party shows that you agree with his words. Eye contact can increase his goodwill and trust in you. On the first date, eye contact is a scheming trick that cannot be neglected. Don't always sharing your thoughts and stories. In the process of chatting with others, many people will always share their own stories and thoughts about various things, but forget to give the other party the mastery of the topic. Before you know it, the other person will gradually get bored of you during the conversation. To avoid the other person's misunderstanding that you are not interested in him, remember to ask the other person's thoughts and feelings when sharing your own story. Or after the other person asks you a question, ask one more sentence. What about you? To let the other person feel that you are actually interested in him, and hope to get to know him better. Don't accept the other person's kindness in full. When you go out with the person you meet for the first time, remember not to accept the other person's kindness at the beginning. For example, treats after a meal, souvenirs bought during the itinerary, or send you off at the end of the itinerary. Remember to decline first. When other people's kindness is accepted too smoothly, it will inevitably make people mistakenly think that you are a princess. In order to prevent your own image from being destroyed, don't rush to accept the other party's kindness when you are not familiar with it. Of course, repeated refusal will make the other party lose face. When the other party repeatedly wants to do something for you, then promise him. But before accepting good intentions, the most important thing is not to take the good intentions of others for granted. In addition to accepting, occasionally timely rejections must also have the same response.